Righty. Okay. Getting started. It's been a little while since I've last played. Probably it's been days. Morning. I've been busy. But hey, you're scissors now. Congratulations on being scissors. Um, or maybe you were scissors last time. I'm not sure. It's been an eternity, hasn't it? I think it has. I miss Zomboid. But just it has been a little while. Just a little while. Um, I made something new as well today, literally today, and I may get to use it a few times. But it's I pre-recorded an intro so that I would be less awkward during introductions because I've been struggling with it a little bit. So I pre-recorded it myself uh, so that I can have kind of something that I can just push and be like, okay, it's done, and move on. No awkwardness, no issues. Although I do prompt myself in the intro, so to continue talking, so gives me sort of a thingy, but I can't hear it, so I kind of have to go based on a little timer thingy that's on the dashboard, which is weird. But I'm looking forward to it. I'll be able to show it off a few times and probably more in the future. It's more so just so that I don't have like if somebody like raids or something, then I don't be. I feel bad lately because it's one of those things that it's hard. Hmm. Anyways, I'm having a good morning though for starters, and I've been sort of just daydreaming about different games that I'm gonna play, as well as things that are going to be happening in the near future, like servers that are going to get launched and such. I am very much looking forward to it. I was doing spreadsheets this morning and more boring stuff, but then fun stuff because I want to get the numbers down to like nearly exact on how much food I'm gonna need to sustain. Right now, I'm netting as much as I can feasibly do on my own. So, but it's gonna require quite a bit of setup. And given that it's 2 hour days and how long it's gonna take to grow crops, and like I'm gonna have to hope that foraging crops is viable. Yeah, lots of science. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been an interesting idea, to say the least. I'm going to avoid combat for the next 10 to 20 minutes because, in theory, my game should have a blip here in a bit. So, just because so I'm going to avoid combat, and we'll do foraging instead. I need to level it up anyways because I want to get frogs. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the server. It's gonna be really fun. My plan is so far leaning into the mostly trapping. I really put. Is that bullets? I just found bullets on the ground. Um, I want to lean into trapping is the primary, and then from there we'll see. Cool doll. Get rid of you. Oh, this isn't on shuffle. I don't like that. You be on shuffle right now. Daydreaming of builds and like I mean because I wasn't home for like the for what felt like an eternity, but at the same time it was only 2 days. Like it's and then we've been very busy lately. We have had multiple things have come up, which is good. It's good to have those things come up as much as it makes me busy, but at the same time it's a good busy. It's not it's not bad busy. Yeah, I like shuffle on my playlist because it's just it gives me songs that fit the tone a lot of the time. Plus, dynamic songs allow for me to not. It adjusts my heart rate actually a lot of the time. So, because different types of tempos and other such things will come on, um, and it'll have me refocus. Um, it's an interesting. So I'm because I used to play competitive games and I used to play like Overwatch and all those kinds of things, right? Um, you get very good at knowing yourself in how you play as a gamer. Congrats on the frog grain, by the way. But yeah, it's I'm very good at that kind of stuff now. Much better than I used to be. There's certain things that you just are better at when you play whatever it is for a certain amount of time, right? Of course, you also can build bad habits too, but that's a side note. Yeah, we'll avoid combat for like until at least 4:10 my time, so that I can in reality. Yeah, hopefully everybody's morning's going good. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription. I do very much appreciate it. You get one Prime, and you used it here. The enjoy the ad-free viewing and the frog emotes, as well as you get one of the many short blades that we offer. Whether I think you get in, yeah, you got a letter opener. It's not the best of the short blades, but I mean, it's a start. I think I should replace like the swap the positions of the letter opener and the spoon, just because I like the spoon better than I like the letter opener. But then again, everybody gets a spoon to start, which is kind of nice. Get a spoon. You can eat your food in a fancy way. But yeah, as soon as we get to a stage where I'm gonna have more emotes I've added again, which will be nice. But that takes time. I'm not in a rush. I'm not gonna push or anything. It's when I have time in between working and other such things. Which is it's been going good. Like I mean, work's been busy, but it's not like I said. It's not bittersweet because I like that we're busy, but it's at the same time it's like I wish I could be playing games, but I mean it does make me appreciate the games when I do get to play them. So it's like, you know, that sort of thing. And thank you very much again for the Prime. You appreciate. Inching ever closer to the ability to find frogs. We don't have a book though, so this does take quite a while to level up. Um, that said, though, it's okay. Can I put out the boxes? I don't think I did. I have the means to put out the boxes. Disgustingly stale food. No. Yeah, we'll avoid combat for another 10 minutes or so, which sucks because I would like to fight stuff. Yeah, hopefully everybody's weekend's going good, and I wish it was my weekend, but it's not yet. Soon it'll be my weekend. My weekend though is not like other folks' weekends, where you get 2 days off and you work some days. My weekend works really weird because I get some time off, not a lot of time off. It varies because it depends on what we're up to. I'm not supposed to poke you. I'm supposed to avoid combat. At least for another in reality 10 minutes. It's also January 1st. Not bad. Oh yeah, I'm super super stoked to just be playing now and being able to rest right now. Like it's been go 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 nonstop for quite a while. So the fact that I have managed to squeeze in a little bit of streaming, not much, but a smidgen. Like we've gotten some. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to when things ease up a little bit more. I think winter berries are not poisonous, right? Beauty berries and winter berries are both not poisonous. Holly berries are 100% poisonous, though. I think. I think? Am I wrong? Am I willing to risk my character on it? Hmm. Yep, probably. Unknown berries. I'm pretty sure they are safe, though. My mind says that they're okay. I know holly berries are not, though. Yeah, I trust my weird subconscious mind that seems to be quiet on its own. You know that voice that you hear, internal monologue, that while you're looking for your keys, there's like a small voice in the back of your mind that's like, they're on the table, you moron, or they're hanging up over there, idiot. Yeah, I get that voice. Trust me, my voice in my mind that criticizes me is far worse than any commenter could ever be, any chatter could ever be. It's the harshest critic. And I'm sure I'm not alone. I'm sure a lot of folks have that inner voice that's like very mean. It's a mean voice. Certain things are just common. And we'll keep foraging for another little while. No one said anything mean to me. Not right now. I mean, sometimes I get people saying mean things to me, but they really can't hurt my feelings. It's been very difficult for them to find ways to hurt my feelings. Mostly because most of them are random strangers that I've never met, and I couldn't give two shits what they have to say. You gotta fight my inner voice. Fair. Chelsea versus inner thoughts. I think Chelsea will win. Hmm. I'm sort of There we are. Rest here for a second. All right, let's keep walking around. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to a few things. I want to start a master mode playthrough of Terraria at some point here in the near future, because I have never fought the Empress of Light and I want her to kill me a bunch of times. So, until I get good. So, and not just the night version. I want to fight the day version of that boss, like the daytime one where you can't touch her, or she'll kill you. Yeah, I like that. That sounds fun. Lamprey's got his server starting up. Probably not next week, but the week after. So I'm really excited to play on Lamprey's server. I want to play a little bit of Vintage Story at some point. Ton invited me to his server, and I would very much like to give that a go, because it could be fun. And played Vintage Story in quite a while. And they've got a couple of quality of life mods that look interesting, so it could be interesting. And then Zomboid, obviously. Zomboid is like I still am not bored and really happy to play Zomboid. It is just it's a safe, comfy, wonderful place to be. It's a Zen garden. It genuinely is. I feel like I'm, drawing circles in the sand. Except my circles are um, skeletons and these um, other sort of thingies. Hi, Coaster. How are you? Are you having a good day? You're very busy, busy, busy bee. Enjoying your random characters? I do intend on picking. I'm doing pretty good, and I do intend on picking up my Deathly Famous character again. It's just the Restless still kind of is, and I've been busy with work, so it's like comboed. I keep giving myself excuses to not pick it back up. It's like really the bottom line is that 100% that Restless. Oh yeah, of course I know. I know that it's just for fun, anyways. It's pretty good. But your newest game looks really fun too. Is it a zero to hero? Like you pick zero to hero to start after you've picked your random character? Have a delicious pizza. Okay. Um. No, it's random character, no zero to hero. Oh, I thought you picked your. I thought maybe it was like you picked zero to hero after you pick you do the random and play static world. Oh, kind of like Milk Claire's world. I remember you saying something about persisting worlds, which is kind of neat. And then I remember you said something about you were naming it after your viewers. Haha, there it goes. Okay, I'm free. I'm free to do whatever I want now. I was waiting for that flicker. Exactly 406 as always. Okay, I'm free to do whatever. Yeah, absolutely. Claire's worlds have always been very interesting. I my favorite of the Claire worlds is definitely the bunnies. The bunny just resonates with me. I'm not sure why. It's just her perseverance and ability to just chill out in one area for so long, and then she starts slowly moving out. But she was definitely one of my favorite characters. Is the bunnies. The rats are really cool too, though. I do really like the rats. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to do the persisting worlds because you don't see a whole lot of folks doing that. You see, a lot of folks will do it in multiplayer, but they won't do it in single player, which is interesting. But yeah, I definitely like the rats. And then, but yeah, like I said, oh yeah, role playing your viewers. Polyberry is weird because it isn't poison. Huh? When people lose. Oh, I don't actually agree with that at all, but I do agree with the mentality of that sometimes people want access to the TV shows, but you got to remember that there's quite a lot of folks that play with harder settings and they don't have power in the first week. So I think it's less about that and it's more about what's it called? They want to play with a fresh world, a fresh map, right? They don't want it to go into an explored area. Like they want new world. Because they already have to re-roll their characters' stats and stuff. So that At least that's how I think that a lot of folks will look at it. I don't know, actually. I could be wrong completely. I don't view the game in the same way that a lot of folks would view it. But hi, by the way. Sorry, I'm not trying to shit on you and stuff. I just giving my thoughts. Okay, let's not continue to live. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I think that a lot of folks just they maybe the TV shows, but I don't generally. When I was a when I first started, my first view of the game way back when I first started playing, I didn't see it that way. When I died, I would re-roll the world because I figured that that would be the best way to experience it. Also, when I tried to do persisting worlds with CDDA, it generally was really weird. What would happen is you would appear in the same house, and the house would be not on fire because the fire would have already spread, and some of the zombies sometimes would be inside the house with you. So starting over just made sense to me from playing with CDDA a lot. But even before that, I used to like restarting the worlds a lot too. Um, Never really because of TV though. Nothing rude or harmful. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I know there's nothing rude and harmful about having a differing opinion. I just don't want to come off like I'm being mean or anything. I'm just thinking about it from my perspective and mulling over how exactly I would think about it. I don't remember. These are good to eat. I think, right? If I eat five, it's fine. I think from what I remember, poison you can eat poison if it's under 13, and it won't cause you harm. So, but I am next to corpses, so I don't want to accidentally murder my character. I'm pretty sure these are fine. I just my brain says they're okay. It's just I'm having one of those moments where it's like I don't remember because it's been a while since I've eaten any berries or thought about berries. Yeah, I think I agree with Coaster that sometimes people will get really, really up in arms about their stuff, but it depends. It depends on the person. A lot of the folks in the zone are fairly chill, though. Thankfully. Yeah, I really like the frog hat. I'm glad that when we're gonna play on the server and craftable headgear is guaranteed, so it'll be great because this is part of craftable headgear. Yeah, it is a little unfortunate when folks get really, really up in arms when you disagree with them. Everybody can have differing opinions, and it's fine. I don't mind if people disagree with me, so long as it's sound in their argument. But even if it's not, and they're illogical in their argument, it's okay. We just won't talk about that then. We can just be adults and not discuss that and carry on and do other things. You know? You don't like the same music as me, that's okay. For example, my YouTube VODs, they all don't have music. It's and same for my VODs on Twitch. It's a split track, audio track, so there is no music in the VODs. So if you don't like my music, you can go watch the videos again and listen to your own music. You missed out on a bit of the yeah. I definitely over explain and tutorialize things I shouldn't sometimes. It's a bad habit, but at the same time, sometimes a good habit. I mean, it varies. People have both expressed annoyance and appreciation for me, and I think that it may be a form of anxiety, maybe, but not really. Like, I don't get anxious. I just get, um, it's not nervous either. It's just sometimes I second guess myself. There's like a nagging sensation of second guess that comes over me, and then I reaffirm usually and think, just move on, stop it. Sometimes I don't though. Sometimes I dwell on a topic or something that's bugging me, just because that's it's not being properly vented, and my brain needs to get it out in the right way, and I still haven't for whatever reason. But yeah, I don't really. Anxiousness is something that I didn't really understand before, and it's something that I developed, which is not good. It's not good to have developed something like that. Um, it's good from a perspective of understanding, for empathy's sake, and for that kind of stuff. But I don't like that. Sometimes I get anxious. I wish that I could turn it back off, because I didn't used to get anxious as bad. I used to get shy, but I didn't used to be anxious. I used to be quite self-assured. And I still am sometimes. But once in a while, especially early in the morning, for example, or in certain cases, I will get. I don't know. It's hard to explain, I guess. But yeah, overthinking, definitely overcomplicating. Yeah. And Emma recently convinced me that I probably have some form of mild OCD. Because we were playing Planet Crafter, and I did not want to end the Planet Crafter session because I still had stuff I needed to organize in the inventory. And I wanted to organize it now. But that could just be, it might not be OCD. It might be, yeah, it might be just obsessive, not a disorder. Or it might be a mild form of the disorder, like obsessive adjacent. Oh yeah, I definitely think it's an overused term. Sort of like what is it? ADHD. Everybody was getting diagnosed with ADHD when I was a kid. Everybody. If you didn't have it, it was a surprise, and people were getting medicated frequently for it. Thankfully, I didn't take medication for it or anything like that, but I still probably had some kind of hyper disorder. I definitely can't sit still even now. Now I constantly will change my sitting position and move around, and my legs will fall asleep because I'm sitting on them, and then I have to like readjust. And it's one of the reasons why I try and take breaks sometimes, but other times I'll forget about breaks entirely, especially if I'm doing something. Yeah, I know it has to do with circulation, but it's also that it's fault of my own for sitting on my legs in the first place. At readjusting and then readjusting again. It's my fault. It's because I'm sitting in a comfortable position, but it's obviously not like it's not a good position to be sitting in. Yeah, it definitely is some kind of hyper thing. Too much energy, or not enough energy, or something. Probably too much. We were discussing sports drinks yesterday, which was interesting to me. I can't really drink sports drinks in mass, like in a lot of them. Usually, I'll drink one, and I'm not really keen. And then pancakes are another thing. Pancakes make me sick. Not sure why, but that just means more pancakes for everyone else, right? And I can eat waffles, which is odd because you'd figure they're the same ingredients, but maybe it's just something with the consistency, or I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. Well, even just one sports drink is often almost too much for me. Like maybe it is something to do with the oils. I'm not sure. I just know that I can eat pancake batter raw, and I can eat all the ingredients. But once you cook it into a pancake, it starts making me feel nauseous. It gives my it upsets my stomach. Not sure why. Thankfully, that doesn't translate over to my Zomboid characters, so they can eat pancakes all they want. Get my gallbladder checked. Yeah, but I don't get any issues with anything else. Nothing else causes me issues. Gallbladder. I have no issues at all with my health that side. Maybe I have hidden issues. I mean, I suppose everybody has hidden issues, right? That they don't know about. I'm not a doctor. Wouldn't know. Um, I okay. We need to reconsolidate our zombies, but not right now. We need to do it tomorrow morning. You have many issues. Doctor adventures. Could you imagine? I'm not a doctor, but I'll take a look. I had I what's it one of my that's one of my favorite it's just I'd never hmm, I would excel at that stuff, but I don't feel like my hands are steady enough. I should probably consider something else. That you don't need to be a surgeon to be a doctor, and I know that, but it's like I don't know. It's one of those weird things. Yeah, you do need to study for years, but the studying never bothered me. It's just the fact that I would have to treat people, and then that I could have lives in my hands, and I don't want to because doctors it's very stressful. Years doesn't bother me though. I like learning things. It's the whole the weight of carrying like other people and the stresses that they're in, like that stuff bothers me a little bit. It's like, yeah, yeah, learning is fun. I do like the like some aspects. I don't like the way some things are taught though, because I feel like that it could be better. You could have people a lot smarter if we all were to I suppose you can't just take your interests though, because you need to strengthen up on the things that are bad you're bad at as well. I don't know. Suppose that I'm not, like I said, I'm not a doctor, and therefore I'm not. any form of psychologist, so knowing how to work with the mind is not necessarily something that I would be good at. But then again, teachers very frequently are not really that good with the mind either. Molding young minds, yet they're it's limited. I don't know. I barely sleep. I sleep sometimes. Today I slept. Sometimes I catch up on sleep. Like sometimes I've very like few times, but I do have moments of like where I will sleep like trip probably, but it's like once in several months. It's because my sleep patterns catch up, Tommy. I'm fibbing. No, it's true. I do once in like every few months. We'll have like lengthy sleep. It's just it doesn't happen often. I might help with long term studies. I mean, maybe. Eat the rest of this. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. I agree with sheep that a lot of people put overemphasis on how long doctors stay in school for. Plus, you can speed it along too if you're really really skilled. You're limited by how skilled you are. Is there water in here somewhere? No. Hooray, snow. What? Did I break it? I think I must have. It's okay though. Those aren't full either. Okay. Well, let's start our morning. Oh, hello. What are you doing there? Hello. Professions are tough. Okay, we'll go get a sit down and then we'll push forward. Honestly, the lack of zombies right now is a little bit concerning. I genuinely don't remember how many zombies are in this area at all. Like, I completely blanked on it at the moment because it feels like I haven't played this playthrough in an eternity, even though we played it a few days ago. I don't know. Maybe they might be all dead. That one isn't though. We'll find out in a second. Well, we're not close enough to the. Rest here and then I'll. Okay. Yeah, it's very nice. Walking in a winter wonderland. Coincidentally, this particular song that's playing right now is called Snow Battle. It's from Final Fantasy Tactics, which I very much enjoyed playing. I never finished that game. It's one of those ones that I remember playing when I was very like much into those kinds of games, and I just never ended up finishing it. It might have been that. Sometimes it was just unfortunate circumstance, though. Final Fantasy X, the reason why I never finished that game, I know how it ends, but the reason why I never finished it was because my game got damaged. I remember exactly, and the naive, I at that time I used to work for Blockbuster, and I brought the game in and put it through the repair machine like 7 or 8 times, hoping that it would fix it. But I knew it wouldn't, but part of me just really hoped it would fix it. The reason why I never finished that game was because a bit of the information off the top of the disc got scratched off. And actually, it didn't get scratched off entirely. It was like 3 pixels off of the disc got scratched, right? Anyways, but those 3 pixels were the favorite move of one of the bosses in that game. So it's one of the closer to the end of the game bosses. But it's a move that she likes to spam, and so it would take like. Thank you very much for the raid. But yeah, so it was very frustrating because when she didn't use the move, it would play normally. But when she used the move, it would freeze, kind of, but not really freeze. Like the game would keep playing, and it would go from cinematic angle to cinematic angle, and my party would be standing there. It would activate her ability on the screen, and then it would just sit there, cinematic angle, cinematic angle, cinematic angle, waiting for the ability to happen. And then later on, it would eventually hit the right angle to that wasn't on the scratched information, but it would take like 20 to 30 minutes to hit that angle. So I had to wait 20 to 30 minutes every time she spammed the same attack. So I just had to hope that she wouldn't use it. And eventually I got too frustrated, and it wore my patience down, and I was just like, this is taking way too long. And I gave up. For those that were curious on which boss it was, I gave a lot of hints, and I'm not going to give any more. So, Final Fantasy X. 'Twas a female boss, and the move she was using, she was spamming. So, yeah, it was frustrating. But yeah, I don't want to spoil it, even though that game is... How old is Final Fantasy X now? I don't know. I'm not going to spoil it. Because that game was pretty good for its time. So if somebody goes back and wants to play it, then you get to enjoy the story, and it's pretty good. It was a fairly good story. "23 years. Goddamn." Oh, and I forgot. I'd like to shout out to you. Thank you very much for the raid. I do appreciate it. Sorry. It's been a couple days, and I'm forgetting how to stream. But I did Well, I can share it with you guys right now because it's this. I made this, so here. This is supposed to, like, it's something that I'm gonna try and like do like after raids and stuff. But I recorded this. Well, currently it's me trying to play this old marathon. It's not old, but but yeah. Did that sound come through okay? I hope it did. I recorded it and I was like, so I don't have to do the intros anymore. So that because I'm kind of shit when it comes to that stuff. Um, it's on the split track as well though, so it's not gonna come through for the VODs. So I may put it in the VODs at some point, but it's nah. It was a little quiet. Okay, I will up the volume on it ever so slightly. I'm trying to make it match my voice level, but there we go. Raise it a few decibels. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, it is hard to match, but it's okay if it's a little louder than me. I don't mind. But it's just so that I don't have to do the intros, because sometimes I'm just not good at it. Other times I am better at it, but it certainly does depend on the day, my mood, and I would just rather have a default, like, one that's the same every time. Sorry. The thunderstorm is distracting me in the game. The sound of the lightning, and it's distracting. It's actually interrupting a lot of my thought patterns. It's just like, why is thunder? It's not even blizzarding that hard. Yeah, I can be quite forgetful as well. It varies. yeah, I added that in. It's still a little bit jarring to hear my own voice, though. But I'll get used to it. I have no choice. I thought that I wouldn't hear it at all, though. But I guess that's not the case. The reason why I put everything on split tracks as well is because I want to minimize the amount of things that are in the VODs that are like distracting. So keep them simple. Well, generally I don't. Most of the time I play music that's not even copyrighted. Because it's like The Sims and stuff, but it's just... I'd rather not deal with even EA wandering after me on parody claims, which would be very unlikely, but I mean, it's still, I mean, possible. If I do post my builds and stuff, though, in the future, I will leave the sim music on there, probably. Because I do have my builds recorded in under, like, well, similar to this. Like that. So I have actually several builds that I've used in the past, and they're all displayed kind of like that video, same as the settings, where I have sim music playing and it just shows the build, right? Very simple, and I like that. Um, whether it's yeah, it's better to take no chances than risk, but at the same time, for those kinds of videos, I wouldn't mind. Because they're specifically like, you know, supposed to be really short and really kind of simple. I was thinking about doing some tutorial stuff too, but it's hard to find the time right now to want to do that stuff, and when your time is kind of limited, I figure I can focus into that stuff a little bit more in the future. Yeah, we'll get there one day though. I'm not rushing to it because I don't need to. Yeah, I don't know either. It's a skill, like, to do that. Impossible. I promise, it's impossible. Don't worry, you're not alone in believing that it's impossible. Hmm? Sorry that I'm going through it too. I mean, it's fine. It's life. We live life, right? We enjoy. We'll get there. We'll get to where we want to be eventually. I'm content with my life, but at the same time, I have places that I want to go, stuff that I want to do. I want to be with Emma. I want to own frogs. Those are two things that are on my list. After that, I just would like to continue to live my life, I suppose. I don't know. We'll see once we get there. I definitely wanted to take Emma to places like museums and the aquarium. And that said, though, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure Emma will love it. Emma has a goal as well. And Emma's goal is to pet a beluga whale. So I'm gonna make that happen for sure. That and we're gonna own frogs. Several dreams all made at once. Hmm. Aspire to your dreams and make them happen, no matter how ridiculous they seem. Within some reason, but only some. Hmm. When you eventually get into this game, so the biggest one that's always common is go into it with an open mind and being expecting to die a lot, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with dying a lot in this game. That said, some things that like I feel like the F1 menu is not terrible. Like it's okay. It tells you some of the stuff, like the basics of understanding some things. Ignore the stuff about sneaking, but that said, like I mean, don't run is a good like because you don't need to run everywhere if you're playing on the default. See, this is the stuff I'm saying to ignore. Um, that said, combat. I mean, it's useful. Water. You don't have to rush around, but there's a lot of different areas that you can get water. Crafting, zombies can see you. Don't poison yourself. Looting. This is the F1 sort of help thingy, and it's not definitely not terrible. Definitely will give you the basics, and then from there, from once you build on your fundamental knowledge, so it becomes like you start learning sort of the more niche stuff over time. But yeah, I definitely keep an open mind, expect to die a lot, and treat each death like a learning experience. And eventually you'll get to the point where so like your first goal will be to survive like your first day, and then your first week, then a month, and then from there you can kind of try and survive your first year. Once you survive 1 year in the game, it's at that point that you can start setting big goals for yourself if you really want to. Because once you've survived for a year, you'll have survived through your first winter, and the first winter is kind of like a check on survival skills. I mean, sneaking does have its uses in the sense that it lowers your sound radius. That said, though, if you're using it to hide, it's not really super hidey. Like it's zombies will still see you. Sounds a bit like Don't Starve. Oh, it definitely is like Don't Starve, except it's the animations are a little bit more clear in this than Don't Starve. Don't Starve is very much. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's going on in Don't Starve just because of its perspective. I guess you could maybe make the same argument for Zomboid, but they're going to be updating that soon. Oh, and this right here that we're doing right now, don't expect to be doing this. Not unless you take a character that is able to do this from the start, which is you can. There are ways to do it from like take the right traits to be able to fight in a similar way, but it's definitely not something you're gonna get usually in the first few months of gameplay. You can get there though, and you could be like quiet and ultra and be like new at the game, but absolutely ridiculous in skill level. It's possible to have not very many hours, but be really really good. Because it's not always just about hours, but it's about how you use your hours and how you're learning. Right? If you're really good at understanding how you learn, you'll go a lot faster than some folks that are learning things the hard way. And I took a lot of notes when I started playing the game, an absurd amount of notes. It doesn't take 5 months to get to this point, but it like because this is like well, 34. I think we're on 34 is the episode in my series that we would be on in the VOD archive. So, but I did die at one point as well with one of my runs, right? As well as not just one, there were several deaths because this is the 26th run out of all of the runs that we've done so far. So we've had 26 deaths so far, or 25 deaths on these settings. Um, Gamer Dave. Here we go. Shout out for Nerd Gamer Dave. Hopefully you're having a good day, Nerd Gamer Dave. And it's been. I'll wait for it to be. I don't want to spam the intro thing too often. I do like it though. I think it is interesting. They'll definitely save me stuff. Hopefully you're having a good day though, Nerd Gamer Dave. Get arrested. And some Valheim, nice. On top of the Zomboid. Just good to get a little variety in. Project Fall Void. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I've been having a good day. It's nice to get back into stream and stuff again. It's kind of cool. It's been a couple of days, which it makes it feel like an eternity. I'm pretty sure I seen a hunting knife somewhere. Is it here? I should have separated it. I still haven't ever played Valheim. It's one of those games that's on my list, like Grounded, but that I've never tried. But I would probably like because I like sandbox games. They are really fun. Okay, we'll go get a nap in. I think we're pretty much tapped out on this area now. It seems like it, anyways. We're getting there. I'm, we're seeing a lot less, and we're actually able to hold ground over at the car now. So that car's battery works, but it doesn't have any gas and doesn't run. We'll be moving on to probably Muldraw is where I want to go next. Start working our way over there. Our crops should be ready soon as well, so I can start regaining some weight. You can't get into Minecraft, but you love Valheim. I have an absurd amount of time in Minecraft. It's just I really like the way that Minecraft is, and that you can kind of play all these different packs that all have their different progression chains, and that they're all fairly complicated in the way that they work and the different styles and mechanics, and that each mod creator kind of pours their heart into. It's really cool. It's similar to Zomboid in that way, but well, I guess Zomboid would be similar to Minecraft in that way because Minecraft came first, right? But still, I mean, I think somebody was there was a rumor that I'd seen, but I don't want to give it credibility if it's a rumor. But that maybe some of the folks that were working with Minecraft ended up on the Zomboid team, which would be kind of neat. But I don't know if it's true. Would make sense though, but not sure. Oops, I clicked type. It's not impossible, yeah. People can move. But I too would be a bit surprised. Because it just doesn't seem like that would be likely. Which is why I prefaced the entire statement with what I did. It's because I'm not sure. I want to believe it. You never really can know for sure on those kinds of things. Plus, I don't even know where the source of that stuff came from. Hmm. Thank you very much for the follow. Let's get a rest in before we head back. Also, very hungry. Maybe I'll fish tomorrow. I mean, they're stale. They're not rotten. confused. I'm trying to cook my food. What are you doing walking around? What's with this area right now? I just want to cook my food. Okay, you done? I think they're done. Zombies. They don't know when to stop. Leave you alone so you can chop up the stale potatoes and eat them. Rude. Oh, it overdid it. Back you. Put away all these lighters that I've collected. We should definitely make some more spears. Guess that'd be it. Should be enough for now. Put that on my belt. Grab a shotgun. Won't let me rest, so must not need to rest. Let's carry on. All right. You're amazing. Thank you very much for the Lala. Get a rest. didn't last very long at all. What is this? 6 shots. Is that it? Yeah. There's a police officer here, right? No. Where did I see that police officer fall down? Was he up here? I could have sworn I seen a police officer that had a gun. Oh, there it is. Perfect. I think we're getting close, at the very least. The area seems to be really, really running out now. So unless there's another wave here soon, I think we can safely move on. I'm not counting my chickens yet, though, because there could be another wave. It is nice to have a sledgehammer to start, though. We were lacking a sledge in the last run, so couldn't really customize bases the way that I wanted to. Better off this way, though. There's a couple over there. Get up to the river and we will fish for a bit. During fishing hours. Not the best time for a Yakuza song. Yeah. You can actually do an exclamation point settings and see my settings if you want. There's a little YouTube video. As well as same for traits and other such things. I try and make sure I post that stuff so people, if they want to play the same kind of game, they can. If you want to see the other commands, it's exclamation point commands. Hello. You'd never set your settings like us? That's fair. It's not. It's an acquired taste over a while. Single, not multi. But I mean, I'm not like, if you play with multi, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're playing easy mode. No, I don't care about that. If you like multi hit. It's fine. But I just like single hit, just because that's just the way that I've played. So I am used to it. Yeah. But if you like multi hit, you can enjoy it. Feel free. Don't let anyone dictate your settings. Whatever settings you like best are best. You were just asking? Okay, well, I mean, that's fair. There are no zombies right now around me for me to show you. But, but feel free. Questions are allowed. Calm down. I am quite calm, actually. Do I not seem calm? You play on single? Okay, that's good. Well, kudos. Got defensive? No, no, I'm not defensive. I suppose it's more so that I'm defending people who play with multi-hit because I feel like they get a bad rap, kind of. It's not. I mean, yes, it's objectively easier to play with multi-hit, but I mean, enjoy the game. It's a video game, right? Who cares? Doesn't matter. I have a bad past experience with it? Nah, not really. I do have I there's a small sect of the community that likes to shame people's settings for some reason, and I don't like that. So perhaps that's why I'm a bit defensive on those folks. There we go. We washed ourselves. Yes, nice and clean. It just got clean. Can you not bother me for 2 seconds? I just washed. Literally just washed. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it though. Some folks just like the ability, like I mean, and you can't say that it doesn't feel good to watch a bunch of zombies die all at once like that. Yeah, no worries. I'm not just saying for just for you, by the way. It's in the event that this is like it's a VOD, so that could be for other people too. So I try to state my opinions and why and all that stuff as a result of that. So sometimes if I go into details, it might not be just for you. My over-explaining is due to that sort of nature. That and also it's a bad habit. I very frequently will over-explain. That's it. You feel that too? I'm glad that I'm not the only one. And I will over-explain something to death sometimes. It's not my fault. It's just passive, sort of the way that I am. That they would have that you could hit two people. Yeah, maybe two, maybe. But then you got to think: could you the force that you would be carrying over to the second person would not be as great of the force as the carry that you put into the first person. So it's like, it's yeah, but no, but yeah. I kind of, you know what I mean. How many hours do I have? Enough to be quantified as a veteran, but not as much as some. I'm between 2 to 3K on my hours in this game. But in saying that, there are a lot of people that would have more hours than me and know less than I do. And then also, I know less than some folks that have more hours than me. I don't feel like hours are a quantifiable number to somebody's skill level in a game. Because there's those folks that can pick up a game and just they're absurdly good within the first couple hundred hours. Those folks exist all over. But yeah, and this is my third ish game in terms of my hours. I think. Let me think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Zomboid is third on my list of games that I've played for a long time. Um, it just crested over World of Warcraft and a bunch of other games that I've played for a long time as well. But it's still underneath the amount of time that I put into Overwatch and the amount of time I put into Minecraft. So, oh yeah, absolutely. It just depends on the. If you know your learning style, you can be absurdly good real quick. It's Yeah, I don't think that hours are a good quantifiable number for skill level. Zomboid community seems to get that a little bit confused. It's not the Zomboid community's fault. A lot of people like to flex their hours. And that's not to state that I haven't done that in the past as well in terms of some games. Like, for example, for Overwatch, I had over 8,000 plus hours, 9,000 plus hours on May, and I used to flex that. So, but still. You play with Def. Def is a tough challenge to play with, especially given the fact that you have to miss out on a bunch of the sound design. Hi, by the way, I'm waving, but yeah, I didn't get to say hi earlier because I was tangential. But yeah, I'm just sort of, I don't know. Sometimes you get defensive about some things. Sometimes you're offensive about some things. I don't know. It just depends. Sometimes you're neutral. Depends on where your head is at that exact moment in time, right? And clearly, mine was thinking positively about the folks with multi-hit because, like I said, they get a bad rap. They're better at the game than a lot of people will give credit. And I kind of feel like some folks will glaze over them as a result of their multi-hit ishness, when in reality that doesn't matter all that much, you know. So you kill two zombies in a swing. So what? Or five zombies. Or you use fire. Are you having fun? Yeah? Okay, well, that's good enough. Don't really need to go above and beyond on that. So long as you're having fun. Now, there are definitely some folks that just will ace games really, really quick. Yeah, there's a handful of folks out there that shame other folks for their settings, and I don't like those folks. Not like I hate them. I don't hate them. I just think that they're misguided in their views, and they should be a little bit more courteous. That said, you know, I don't have it in me to hate anyone, so it's one of those things that I just wish they'd leave folks alone. Be nicer to people. Shame me for often Helis. How dare you use often Helis? You're just trying to pull in all the zombies to kill them off, aren't you? That's cheating. And the pinpoint hearing, oh, that's definitely, it's shame worthy. Shouldn't use that either. Makes the zombies come outside so you don't have to go inside. You can't get ambushed in the bathroom that way. Well, darn. Sorry, sometimes I get lost in my own mind, and sometimes I end up serious as a result of it. Like I'm thinking about stuff, especially if it's stuff that's like, it's not negative, but it's like neutral. I end up serious as a result of it. It's difficult for me to shake that a little bit, but I can loosen myself back up. It's one of those things, you know. I'm sure that I'm not the only one that sits here and will get into their own head, and you go down different thought processes, and just weird. Weird people things. There's only two, and I'm forcing the other person to run an airfield. Actually, no, they're doing that voluntarily, and they definitely have a friend. 100% that person has a friend. They get inside the with them, and they both. Well, you've seen the memes. I don't need to back up the memes. That literally is how it is. There's the helicopter pilot and the helicopter pilot's friend. Hey, look, a survivor. Um, I'm gonna refill my tea though, so I'll be right back. Haha, I win. I got back first. Oh, still gotta put this on there. There. Mm-hmm. I think that's it. I'll honk the horn a few more times, see if any zombies show up. I mean, there's a couple. But I think we get to move on. A couple. Not really. It's to catch them. So it's a it's like a generator or a car lure. It's in the same way, but not as large a radius, but also doesn't take fuel or anything like that to run. So it's a it traps the zombies kind of, because if they come within little ways of it because of the pinpoint gearing, there's enough watches in here to keep them entertained. It's not really that many though. It's not enough to really like hold them. If you had more watches though, you definitely could hold them a lot better. But it's not. It would never really. It would take a lot of watches in order to equal like a generator or a car in terms of power, like staying power. Like if we had a parked sports car with no muffler over here, um, or we had a generator, it would overpower the watches. Yeah, and I could. There's a lot of watches that I'm not even disassembling, but it's mostly because it's not worth it. Like, but it is worth it. Like, we don't have the book, so we would have to disassemble like a lot of watches in order to level up. We could collect them, you're not wrong, but and it's not like there's an insignificant amount. Like every time I go over here, I get about 1 XP out of the few hundred we need to level up to the next level, but you can rent a book. You brought your library card? Oh, kudos. I don't ever have my library card. Not on me. I don't like carrying around things that are extra. I think we're starting to see the end of this. It's a huge boon, though, that we're not seeing any zombies, even though we're honking the horn. So, because the car horn with pinpoint hearing will go fairly far. Like it is pretty good. Not quite as good as the shotgun, but it's still decent. But we were firing off a shotgun too, so it's like we could get a helicopter in. That would sort of cinch it. Which the helicopter should arrive here soon. When was the last one? Last one was on the 27th. It's the 3rd or the 4th, which means the helicopter could show up today or it could show up in a couple of days. It's almost here. But we'll see. Sometimes it's strange. I think there's a pattern to it though. But then again, that could just be me drawing a pattern from nothing because human beings love patterns. Here, let's see. Because that's a 9-day, right? 9 days. That's 8 days. 7. I mean, is that 9 or 10? It'd be 10, wouldn't it? Technically, it's 9 because it's 1 hour earlier. Right? I'm not wrong with these, am I? I might be. August is a 30-day month, so that's 2, 6. Is there a pattern? I don't think there is. This seems random. September is a 31 month, isn't it? No. July. Yeah, it might. I'm thinking it's 31. Which means this is 11, right? That's 30 days? I'm very forgetful about these months. I don't really. You can see. You can just see how often I look at a calendar. Um, well, you can just see, like, and so my helicopters are set to often, right? But look how many times we've gotten 10 and 9, like 8. Yeah, it seems like it has been nerfed, doesn't it? Pretty sure October's 31. 8. We're averaging 8 though, is what it seems like every 8 days. That one's 7. That one's 7. Right? Yeah, except for February when it's a leap year. You're right. No, I do remember how this stuff works. It's just it's annoying as well because this calendar does exist in the game, but also it's not really that important. Look at this though. What am I doing? I'm just like looking these. So these are the helicopters and when they came in. So the first helicopter came in at 6 days, right? Then 9 days, 8 days, 10 days, 8 days, 9 days, 6 days. So these are when the helicopters came in. So by looking at this, we can kind of see there's a nursery rhyme, and you can do the counting on your knuckles. But anyways, it doesn't seem like there's a pattern, does there? There's no pattern here. It's all random. 4 8s, 2 7s, a 9, 3 7s. Like yeah, it doesn't unless there is a pattern and it's a yearly pattern. But I don't know. We would have to wait until next year in order to see it. Like well, so now this year. I don't know. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. I probably got some of those numbers wrong, and I don't. It's they're close at the very least, kind of. I don't really often look at a calendar to know the days. I don't. I look at the calendar to know which day it is or which days are coming up. And I think I've mentioned this before, but I often don't care about which day it is at all, and usually it's the day is determined for other people. So I need a tinfoil hat. I mean, we've got a frog hat. That's my version of a tinfoil hat. Conspiracies. Anyways, thank you for hanging out while I stared at a thing and did math that was basic and made it seem like it was complicated. A tinfoil frog hat. That's silver. I'm sure there are silver frogs, aren't there? Because you got glass frogs that are like green. I would imagine there's silver frogs too. And rain frogs, they're brown. Am I just killing zombies? It's time 16, so I have to in order to go anywhere. When you're playing time 16, especially with pinpoint hearing, in order to go anywhere on the map, you're gonna need to kill a ton of zombies. It's just how it works. And especially if we're playing with often Helis, they're gonna chase you around until you kill a lot of them. Once you've cleared out a decent chunk of them, then that's when you get to start to move around again. So long as you don't go there. If you, even if I had a car, so if we were to go back to the beginning of this, it's I it just doesn't work. At least not until you've killed a lot of them. You kind of can't. A car doesn't function well on time 16 until you've killed roughly enough in an area so that you can use a car. You can kind of use them as a lure though, but they're great later. Like now, like right now would be a good time to have a car. But in order to have a car, I would want to have a gas station powered, which we don't have. We don't have the generator mag. We have got a couple generators marked on the map though. We just didn't luck out. Like we've been through this entire town over here, right? This whole town, not a single generator mag there. There's a generator here. I've been to some of the houses over there, over here, over there. We've been to here and the West Point mansions, as well as a few of the houses over here, and nothing in terms of generator mags. We've also been marking where our helicopters have been happening, just so that I can kind of backtrace a little bit, so you can see my route. We um, we started over here, traveled out. Um, we were around here, and then I roped back around and went up to the West Point Mansion. Spent a couple of days or a couple of weeks working out there, and then we ditched that area to come down here. At one point, I went off and looked for a saw, and we found our saw down here. Yeah, loot is on the lowest setting that's not none, so insanely rare, I think. You can take a look at the settings if you want. It's exclamation point settings. There's a little video. Spicy settings. Fairly good. It's not the absolute hardest you can set it, but it definitely is fairly hard, which is fun. It's just the way that I like to play. It's fairly hard. Okay, let's run back down here. To be less anxious. Oh, that's nice. That's really good. It's good that you're being, you're getting noticed for the work that you're putting in. Kudos. The dog did some work too. Yes, but the dog gets the attention of the family, so there is benefit there as well. Hopefully, many belly rubs. But kudos. Good to hear. Yeah, some dogs need a little bit more attention than others. Yeah, that's good. Animals be like that sometimes. They're just comfortable with one person, and sometimes that person hates animals or dislikes animals, but that's just the way that it is. They chose that person because they like their smell, or they like their demeanor, or they feel that person is very strong. Like, it all depends on the animal, of course, but, you know. Sometimes, though, they pick someone who's really, really friendly and nice. It's nice to hear you're making progress. And the puppy's making progress too. Yeah. No, my main goal right now is just to clear the area and then maybe push Moldra. We'll get moving towards Moldra soon. I'm trying to be thorough so that the zombies don't flank me. Because on time 16, there's quite a lot of zombies to deal with, and you don't want to be dealing with them coming off your flank as well. Because if they surround you, and it only takes a few hundred, and you're pinched, and then you have to start making decisions. And generally speaking, those sorts of decision making moments can end up killing your character. Yes, I am back. It's been a couple of days. Been grinding away at my work and trying to make sure everything's good and running properly. Us. But it's been going well. Work will be easing back here in a little while, and actually, hopefully, not this coming week, but next week. So the week after, we might it might be easing back a good amount. So I may have a lot of free time during the first week of Lamprey's server release, which will be kind of nice. I'll be able to help really get people started before work reclaims me again for another few weeks, depending, on how many or what's going on. Not sure. There's a lot of the stuff that we play by ear, based on clients for the most part. Customers, the people that we make happy. You have a different pattern than me for sure. Yeah, well, I'm not using my favorite weapon right now, but because I want to grind out spears to level 10, and then later we'll use other weapons. I'm probably short blades again because I miss them. I can't help it. They're my favorite. It's just so comfortable. Like to, it's just too comfortable. Yeah, everybody has their own style and kind of like own way that they enjoy things too, right? Some folks don't like permadeath. Some folks do like permadeath. Some folks will play with infection set to crazy high, like even to the point where like the corpses can spread infection too. Like there's that what's that mod called? Susceptible, I think. I'm blanking on it right now. I think it's susceptible, where even the corpses can make you like catch the virus. Just kind of cool. But some folks play with infection off, like or just the infection on just the bite, like whatever makes people happy, whatever they enjoy. I definitely enjoy the pain settings though, because and it takes a while to grind away at time 16 as it is. So, and when you combine it with pinpoint hearing and often Helis, it'll push you around the map a little bit, so you kind of have to be careful, know where you can go. If I was playing uniform, I'd be screwed completely. I don't actually think it's not impossible. It's just it'd be very hard to do uniform, which is why I'm really excited about the server, because uniform's going to be amazing to do as a group. Uniform with respawns on, and with really really diminished XP. I'm super super excited about it. Oh, I don't need to fish right now. Okay, let's go there. Oh, here's the thing that I wanted. We gotta run back. Oh, he might not count me because I'm in the forest. Is this deep forest? No, it's just regular forest. But he might not count me. I need to hurry and get to the road so he can see me. Come on, come on, come on. It might still count me though, because we'll have to wait and see. Quickly, quickly, quickly run. Also, while we're at it, which number is this? I forget. It's 22, I think. So let's see. Add note in red. Yeah. I forget the time. It is January. Is it like the 4th, I think? It's 1994. 1500. Okay. Yeah, so that's an 8. I think. Pretty sure. You haven't played games at all? That's understandable. Being a parent is very difficult. Finding time to do anything for yourself will be like unlikely. That and like sleep would would probably be something that you very much miss. But it'll balance out eventually, sort of. I am unsure though, as I am not a parent, so I can only make like guesses, kind of, on how that would be. But I would never make assumptions. All your cakes and donuts are rotten? Look for cookies. The cookies very frequently survive. There's often sometimes cookies there that are good. Yeah, hopefully you find some baked goods that survived. All right, time to go back to. I'm really happy because it seems like we've got nothing left. Like there's a handful maybe of zombies that are left in this area. So there'll be stragglers, but it's we've cleared it. I think. I think we're good. So we're at what 20? Oh, we just crested 26K. Nice. All right, so we'll be pushing forward to the next area, which will be probably Moldra, which means I need to decide what items I'm going to bring with me. I definitely want to bring at least 2 axes. I'm thinking 2 axes will be decent. But we're not going to be able to carry everything because I don't have a car that works. Like, we have one that's kind of in working order, but I don't have enough gas to supply it. At least not at the moment. We could look. If we could get enough gas going via the like the loose end cars, maybe we could use a car, but that would make it so that we can get a bit more. But it's one of those things. I'm not sure. Here, look, zombies. Put you there. Where are you? We'll be able to harvest those potatoes soon, which means that I'll be able to get rabbits going again. The rest of the potatoes will be on the way eventually. We should consider planting some more crops, but it's like I don't want to stay in this area. Not while we have so few zombies. We should push forward. Is that a zombie? Guess not. It was just a tree. Oops. Bad time to open the crafting menu. That thing lags you pretty hard when you don't have the fix for it. I'm very much looking forward to build 42 for a lot of the optimization stuff, but also for like the camping things and the crafting and the new items and, well, everything, right? I cannot wait. It will be awesome. Eventually, though. Oh. I thought that was a kitchen knife. I missed the end of it, I guess. Fail on my part. There we go. It should be harvestable. Ah, not yet. So close, though. Alright, time to return to the house. want peanut butter. We can eat that. I kind of don't like to eat my peanut butter. I like to just have it in my bag. Anything else that I can eat? Nope. Oh, too bad. Get another peanut butter. Shouldn't have been slacking on your fishing, and then you would be able to have fish instead. Am I wearing all the clothes that I can be? It's not. Oh, I forgot to gonna mark it here in a second. It was. It's in this area here, wasn't it? Is there one up here that was like. I swear I seen one in a white shirt. Where did they go? Was it that one? That one was wearing a leather jacket. I don't remember the leather jacket. Am I crazy? It must be crazy. It's okay. It's okay. Only a little crazy. Yeah. That out. There we go. Zomboid has taught me that no matter what, if you have a bowl and you put something in the bowl, it becomes a salad. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything, but it immediately is a salad. Just it doesn't. You don't even need to chop it up. You could just put like fruit in a bowl is a salad. You don't need to chop it up. Fruit salad. You can chop it up. You don't have to. Yeah, the Sonic games are really good. I did very much enjoy them. Although I'm not very good at platformers. Platformers are one of the games that I can struggle on. I'm better at 3D platformers than I am at 2D platformers. But yeah, I definitely. Maybe it's because 3D space platformers are a lot more generous than 2D platformers are usually. Also, but that does depend. I used to play a game called Tails Runner, which was essentially like a it was an MMO Mario Kart track and field game that was pretty fun, and that game had some pretty hard courses. Because I remember it having like a survival mode that was really fun, and there was also a I swear there are less but more for some reason. The only reason I want to stay in this area right now is because these crops are here. It's the only reason. These crops are not non-existent though, so we definitely should consider moving forward. Just trying to think of how exactly I want to do that. We have a little bit of food in our inventory. So if I were to fill my bag with spears, we could head over to the other area. Oh, yeah, that's good enough for now. Okay. There should be enough space actually if I throw away. Sure, we'll bring a hand axe. Why not? I was gonna bring a meat cleaver, but it's fine. You can bring a hand axe. All right, let's head down and see. There's a lot of games that I've played. Lots and lots. A lot of games that I just never finished, though. Like, I never finished the Mario series for the most part. Like, I played it, but I never really finished a Mario game. Same for Sonic. I never really finished a Sonic game either. Like, I played them. I played their levels up to quite a bit, but I don't remember finishing them. I wonder why that is. Could be the same as somebody mentioned earlier that I just didn't want the games to end, so I just never finished them as a result. But now I'll play games to come to their conclusions. Because, I mean, it's fine. Things need to come to an end eventually. Didn't think it would have any gas. Pretty sure we're gonna get cold on our walk down here because we won't have corpse sickness. Because there's not zombies down here. Like there aren't corpses. I mean, this whole area should be clear because I haven't been down here in months, or at least a month in game. Today is Saturday, isn't it? I think I've got D&D later. Pretty sure. Like you can see that I've been here for sure. Oh, this is a perfect time to check if I have all my katanas marked properly. Hello. Because I know that I marked. There's one of my katanas is not marked properly. We're doing pretty good. I think we've finally broken the area. So we get to push forward. There's one there, yeah. Where have I been? Like, oh, do you mean like in reality? Probably. I've been working, unfortunately, so I've been very busy. Sometimes my work it claims me. And that's okay. I do post about it in the Discord and other such places. I guess I don't really post about it on like social media or anything because I mean, why would I? That seems kind of like silly. But perhaps maybe it's less silly. I'm not sure. You're there for sure. I know there is one katana missing somewhere that I didn't mark. I'm pretty sure because I didn't have time to mark it. I was being chased in a bad situation. This was when I was making a big bunch of spears trying to get ready, and the zombies forced me off it. But this is what I mean about. I'm pretty sure we've broken the area. Is that as we're running around here, we're gonna see like a handful of zombies, but I don't think we're gonna see that many. Well, I could be wrong though. You could surprise me. And there might be a big cluster over here beside the lake, just because of the way the lake is shaped. It could catch quite a lot. We could play in Debug Incognito. If I was gonna do that, though, I could just play in Debug. Why would I care if that's the way I was gonna play? You know, I've done testing in Debug, but it's not the same, right? As like playing in Debug with all of the God mode options and other nonsense. I don't think that playing with in that kind of mode it wouldn't interest me because there's no challenge in it at all. Oh, jeez, what the heck? If you're trying to be shady, yeah, nah. It's just there are easier ways to do it. Anyways, I could like edit files or but it's not something I'm interested in. I saw something weird last night. Just wondering. Okay, go on. Like somebody was playing in debug, maybe, or like it happens. And some people like to do tests and stuff, or they like to make mods, or heck, I'm sure there's some people that just like to run around and debug. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, you wouldn't need to cover up anything over here. It would sure your little debug icon would appear there in the bottom corner, but it's like it. Just go into the settings and change it so that infection is not. There's no infection. It's turned off, and then also all the zombies die in one hit, and maxed out my stats, but hide it. It's like, eh, it just sucks all the fun out. I can't imagine wanting to do that. Make yourself a literal god. More fun to earn it. And then even then, like, you could lose your character at any moment in time, and that just makes it all the more sort of interesting, right? What could have ever happened in vanilla when you eat 50 potatoes back to back? I don't think you can just eat 50 potatoes back to back like that. Your character would get full and you would have to stop. But you just can't eat 50. Unless they're really small potatoes. Were they like cut up? Were they like, did you see their hunger value? Was it low? Because 50 potatoes is maybe doable if they're really tiny. Like they're not full potatoes. They're like potato pieces. Because they've been There's normal full fresh ones. I mean, you can eat over your encumber, like you can eat over your hunger value. It's just it's only up to a certain amount. And it's based on caloric needs. So, for example, see how my character doesn't have an up arrow right now? Well, I could keep eating food until she started to get a little closer to an up arrow. Of course, there is a limiting, like a limiter eventually, where your character will refuse to eat. But I don't know. They might have a mod on that lets them continue to eat until they're they're able to. But you can keep going for a little while at least after. I don't know if they could eat all 50, but they definitely could eat a lot of them if they're requiring the caloric needs. It's so that if in the event that you are only got veg, that you can gain the calories to not die of being too low a weight. Cabbages are the best choice for that, though, not potatoes. They never got an up arrow, and it's gonna be hard with potatoes and cabbages. I mean, you could do it. It's just it'd be really, really hard because they're not really calorically dense. You're better off using said potatoes to make rabbits or catching fish. Those are your two better options for gaining weight if they need weight gain. But I mean, if they have nothing else and they don't have the ability to make the traps, because you need to be able to make the traps, right? I don't know. I'm not sure. Without seeing that person's game, I wouldn't be able to know if they were using debug or not. I really don't think they were by the sound of it, though. But they might have been. I'm not sure. It just doesn't sound like it. It sounds to me like they just didn't have the caloric needs, so their characters was able to eat past full to bursting, which you can do. Hello. Doesn't give you very much if you're eating veg, though. Like, you'll lose that real quick. You slept for 12 hours? Oh, kudos. I'm probably going to get a little bit of rest in here in a little while, but I'm just trying to get in a little bit of stream because I have time today. So today's gonna be a short stream for me, but the it's still we're still gonna have a stream though, at least, you know. So so. Whoa, okay, let's not do that, shall we? uh, talk about whiff. Should you eat breakfast? I mean, it would be called lunch after noon, wouldn't it? Isn't that how that works? I'm not sure. Maybe it's brunch. Maybe you're gonna have brunch. Not if you eat breakfast things. You can have breakfast food outside of breakfast, and it be still like called something else. Like having breakfast for dinner or dessert for dinner. Like you can have those, and they still be classified as their meal based on the time, right? Or maybe that's not how it works. Maybe I'm wrong. Cereal for lunch sounds good though. Okay, are we good to sit down and have a rest? And we're good. Anybody in the church? Yes. Can you come out of the church, please? Cornflakes. And yoink! Worth it. That's why I wanted to get over here. Now we have that taken care of. Okay, you go ahead and do your thing there. This looks like a fairly... Oh, of course. No, you know what? No. Of course it's gotta go off, doesn't it? It's been like what? It's been 6 months into the apocalypse. It's like the middle of January. That battery's definitely still functional, yeah. It's a nice van. Kinda loud though. Yeah, I agree. Put the battery back in. Got a tire in the back. It should have a full thing of gas, shouldn't it? Based on how big it is. It's nearly full. Look at that. That's beautiful. So it is nearly full. This could be a boon if we can get the key for it. Alternatively, I could work on my mechanical skill and we could just hotwire it. Let's see. Let's check the glove box. Nothing in the glove box. I had to smash open the window, so there's none of that. Let's look around here. Okay, let's do a quick once over on the bodies just to make sure that there's no surprise keys. No, doesn't seem like it. We could check this building as well to see if there's keys inside. I'm just gonna count that as an L, I think. What about you? Maybe you secretly are really good and I'm just overlooking you because of the one beside it. Battery's still functional. No gas. Engine wasn't in terrible condition, but quality-wise, I'm not sure. I'd have to look. Definitely worth its engine parts at the very least. But that's later. I don't need to be thinking about that right now. 2-vehicle crash. Another van that looks like it's in fairly good condition, and then a side. This one might be good. No gas. Pretty sure that I've already been in here. I'm pretty sure I've been in everywhere in this town. I don't remember. I remember there not being much. Have I been to the bookstore? I'm pretty sure I have. And we wrote it off, didn't we? I need to double check just to be certain. Yeah, you can tell. I think these are books that I put here. First Aid 3. Yeah. That tells me past me was here. Yes, indeed. Still, I want to get a rest in, and then we'll press forward, I think. It'd be nice to come back here with a car in the future. Pretty sure I slept in this house at one point. We're tired though. I don't want to be out and around at the moment. Oh. I think we can sleep here. Unless the window's still broken, isn't it? Did I board the window up? I don't remember. You hate running? I don't mind running. I don't mind. I'll run all the way to Louisville if I gotta. Oh yeah, I planted crops. They're long dead though, right? Yeah. This was when I was your last. Look at this, Carpentry 4. Which we still can't read. We're close though. We almost can read it. We by almost I mean not even like we still have 2,000 XP left to get. That's almost there. It's quite optimistic. Okay, let's equip our. Put you on. Oh, not on my head. What are you doing? Put it on my face. There we go. All right. Now, as much as I very much would like to continue, which I very much would like to continue, I am actually going to get a little bit of rest in before D&D, and that way I'm sort of ready for D&D. Anyways, it has been my pleasure as always. I know it's like a super short stream today, but we'll be able to pick up and carry on soon, and we'll have much longer streams here in the near future. All right. Anyways, I am going to host somebody. I am unsure whom, but I will figure it out. Actually, a few folks we could host. I'm gonna host Skyquake because I haven't hosted them in a while. There you go. Alrighty, you guys go hang out with Skyquake, and I will see you guys next time. It's been my pleasure as always. Have yourselves a wonderful day, night, evening, period of time. You arrived, yep, just in time.